Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with SaraBanta. I'm a busy wife, mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the multi-award-winning Accelerated Health Products, a brand offering innovative natural supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast is not just information, it's a community. We're all here to learn and grow on our health journeys, and this is the springboard to the learning and the free group coaching on Telegram, where we continue to learn together. You can ask questions. I post tips and tools to deepen your health and keep you motivated. So here's what you can expect. Every Monday and Wednesday, in-depth new discussions with experts and myself. On Fridays, we have hot topics that are in the news like this one. And of course, continued with the health group coaching on Telegram, where you get your answers and we all are learning together. So have you thought about detoxing? Well, I've created over 10 easy, unique detox cleanses to reset your body. But the difference is you feel great day one. You don't have those detox flu symptoms like most detoxes. And unfortunately, detoxing is now essential in this new era of toxicity. We are in a new world. And if you don't know what supplements to start with, you don't want to do a detox cleanse, just complete my health goals form and you will get a free protocol directly from me. So just taking a few steps forward with your health will change your life, and I'm here to help you on every step of your journey. So today we're talking about a new study that confirms your thyroid health is linked to Parkinson's. Your thyroid is your master endocrine gland, so it should not be a surprise. But a new study from researchers in China reveals that changes in thyroid hormone levels in the bloodstream are linked to cognitive issues in people with Parkinson's disease. They find that there's clear proof that the change in the thyroid hormone levels have a direct impact on cognitive outcomes in Parkinson's disease. Specifically, they found that the levels of free T3, that is your metabolism, a crucial thyroid hormone, was significantly lower in Parkinson's patients. And these findings suggest that the thyroid hormone levels, especially free T3, which is not always tested by your doctor, could potentially be used as a marker for cognitive decline in Parkinson's. Hopefully, doctors are listening and will actually test your free T3 on a normal blood test. In Parkinson's, beyond the well-known motor symptoms, people often experience non-motor challenges such as anxiety, depression, fatigue, sleep issues, cognitive decline. Cognitive impairments can range from mild memory issues to more severe conditions like dementia, and often include struggles with attention, thinking speed, and memory recall. This is close to my heart. I have family members that have issues with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and who doesn't have issues with brain fog? If you don't think brain fog is the leading indicator to what's to come, you're missing the boat, people. Your brain is on a progression. And even if you're in menopause, even if you're a female suffering from stress and all of these other things, the way your brain is functioning today is an indicator of what's to come. So let's look at thyroid health and mental health. And I've talked about the connection before, but we weren't talking about Parkinson's. We were just talking about the fact that it can be linked to brain fog and slow recall and that sort of things. Well, we know that the thyroid health is tied to metabolism and energy and fat burning, but it's also deeply connected to mental health. So you have to think about it. If you don't have enough metabolism to burn fat and give your body energy to go work out, your brain's not getting that energy either, right? So this is what's so interesting. Is iodine deficiency, I talk about it a lot, is the leading predictor of both hypothyroidism and depression. Imagine that, right? Low iodine levels and poor thyroid function are also major contributors to intellectual disabilities and have been linked to the dramatic rise over 690% in cases of a congenital thyroid hormone deficiency called cretinism and ADHD over the past few decades. Who doesn't know a child with ADHD or an adult, right? So the thyroid hormones are key regulators of so many issues and processes in the body, like metabolism, heart rate, mood, cognitive function. When the thyroid gland's not working, it's been shown to affect cognition and may be linked to those clinical symptoms associated with Parkinson's. So let's dig deeper. In the research, they studied 200 Parkinson's patients, comparing those with and without cognitive impairments. They measured the thyroid hormone levels, not just TSH and free T4, but they included free T3, free T4, and TSH, and assessed the functioning. What they found was striking. The patients with cognitive impairment had lower free T3 levels, higher levels of free T4, and higher levels of TSH. The combination of these three hormone levels had an accuracy of 82% in distinguishing those with and without cognitive impairment. This is huge. The takeaway, lower free T3, higher free T4 and TSH levels appear to be linked to more severe cognitive impairments in Parkinson's patients and probably those with all types of cognitive issues. It suggests that thyroid hormones levels could be important indicators going forward. So doctors, are you listening? You've got to test the free T3. If you have high free T4 from your thyroid medication, but it's not translating into the high free T3, then you're probably getting a high reverse T3, which shows your body's under stress. What happens when you're stressed? My brain doesn't work well, right? You're all over the place. And we're going to get into all of the things that that's connected to. So let's explain these hormones. TSH is a pituitary hormone. It's one that the pituitary gland produces, and it tells your body how much to produce of the thyroid hormones. It signals your thyroid to release its main hormone T4 and T3, which are critical for keeping your body's engine running, right? Not just your body, but your brain. And then you've got the hypothalamus pituitary thyroid axis. So when your T3 and T4 levels drop, your hypothalamus says, hey, let's release a TRH, the thyrotropin releasing hormone. This signals your pituitary, hey, pump out more TSH to get your thyroid to produce more T4 and T3. When the thyroid hormones are high enough, your brain then says, okay, we can bring it down. But sometimes that TSH is screaming at the thyroid, and the thyroid's producing T4, but it's not converting. So the body then says, you better produce more TSH. So the TSH and the T4 really do not tell you much. Doctors usually check the TSH levels, and that's it. I have so many friends that cannot lose weight, and their doctors are saying, well, your thyroid's normal, your TSH is normal. If you don't have energy, if you have brain fog, if you have menstrual issues, if you have water retention, if you have bloat, if you have constipation, if your hair's falling out, if your eyebrows are thinning, your thyroid needs some juice and you're not getting it. Okay, T4. This hormone has 4 molecules of iodine and is the most abundant one that your thyroid produces. It's more like a backup. It's not active on its own. Your body mostly converts that T4 into the more powerful T3. That's what we want. And that's mainly done in the liver, a little bit in the kidneys, but mostly the liver. That's why you gotta love your liver. So it regulates metabolism, energy, and even growth in young people. That T3 has 3 molecules of iodine, and it's the workhorse of the thyroid hormones. It's either produced directly, very little, by the thyroid, or made by converting T4 into T3, mostly in that liver. It's crucial for keeping your body's metabolism running, producing heat, ensuring your organs are functioning properly. Are you someone that gets cold easily? Everyone else is hot? Then your thyroid is not working because it produces that heat in the body. So the thyroid hormones are controlled by that fine-tuned feedback loop, the HPT axis. And that actually is related to the HPA axis, adrenals, hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenals, and HPG axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, gonadal axis. That is why your thyroid has so much to do with your adrenals and your sex hormones and your libido and all of those things, right? Your thyroid is the master endocrine gland. So the biggest issue is that doctors don't test for the free T3 and reverse T3. I even did a functional blood test and they did not even test my free T3 or reverse T3. I had to ask for it. Ask for it, right? Okay. So what are those signs that your thyroid isn't working? Fatigue, brain fog, depression. Did you know most people on antidepressants have low functioning thyroid? And with the help of supplements and iodine, they can get off of their medication usually. Unexplained weight gain, insomnia, chronic stress. If you don't have the energy to deal with life, the stress is going to feel so much bigger than it really is. You also might have mood swings, including bouts of mania and depression. So what are the causes of hypothyroidism? Why has it gotten so much worse in the last few years? Iodine deficiency. Iodine is not any longer in our soils. It's no longer in most iodized salts, which are usually filled with microplastics, which block the absorption of iodine anyways. And most iodine supplements, there's 3 sources in the world for iodine. 2 of them come from Japan, which has been hit by Fukushima. So you can imagine how that is contaminated with radioactivity. Okay, so most of us are iodine deficient. And that iodine is essential, as I talked about it being the 4 and 3 molecules of iodine. Most people, 96% of the United States, is deficient, and without enough iodine, your thyroid cannot function at all, leading to low thyroid hormone levels. And this is the first thing you need to tackle. Then you've got the iodine disruptors, environmental toxins like fluoride, bromide, chlorine. They can block your thyroid's ability to absorb iodine, making the situation worse. I just did a hot topic and an article on fluoride, and the government is talking about how fluoride is lowering IQ in children. It's also lowering our IQ as adults, but the focus is on the kids, right? So these things are disrupting iodine. Then you've got the endocrine disruptors, the toxins in the environment, pesticides, plastics, all of that. They're clogging your thyroid. They're blocking the cellular receptor sites for thyroid hormone. All of that stuff in the heavy metals as well, mercury and lead, they've been linked to thyroid issues, radiation. Who is not holding their cell phone right now, right? That radiation from that cell phone that is part of our bodies now is causing low thyroid, causing increased insulin resistance without eating a morsel of chocolate. And then you've got the spike protein that is impacting all of the organs, the liver, the gut, and even the thyroid. So it's increasing inflammation, water retention, hormonal imbalances. All of those things can worsen hypothyroidism. Stress kills you guys. And like I said, if your thyroid's low, your perceived stress of the same stressors is going to be up because you just can't deal with life. But then we're also taking in all of these other things, and things like the spike protein or radiation or heavy metals is a physical stressor that we can't even see, and we don't even understand how it's working. So that chronic stress literally tells your body, I'm in survival mode. I don't know when I'm going to be fed next. I need to put fat around my organs. That's that visceral fat. I need to slow down my metabolism and turn that T4 into reverse T3, not the free T3. That reverse T3 is your survival hormone that's shutting everything down. And then you've got the poor liver health. We've got to love our liver. Even my liver, I do all the right things. it has been impacted because of everything we are being bombarded with. So I'm even taking more steps. And that's why I'm so excited about the new accelerated liver care. We're going to talk about it in a minute. But that poor liver health is really causing issues with our thyroid. The liver is the powerhouse. It has so many jobs, including converting that T4 into that active T3. And that's essential for brain energy and preventing Parkinson's. It also helps transport and break down thyroid hormones and optimizing metabolism and energy levels. The liver performs so many other issues or jobs like cleaning that blood, detoxification. That is where your detoxing happens of all of these things I'm talking about, the microplastics, the heavy metals, the radiation, the GMOs, the glyphosate, everything. Bile production. The liver makes bile to help digest fats and stores extra bile in the gallbladder for when it's needed. Do you get nauseous when you eat fat? Your bile ducts are probably clogged and your liver is suffering. It helps with metabolism. It converts the proteins and fats and carbs into energy. It breaks down those proteins to feed those muscles and the hair. If you can't break down your food, it does you no good. The liver helps with immune support and clotting, producing proteins that help fight those infections and enable the blood clotting. It helps regulate sex, thyroid, and stress hormones. It helps with glucose storage and managing your blood sugar. Did you know that not changing anything about your diet, being on a low sugar diet, if your liver backs up, your blood sugar could go through the roof. You might be going, I don't understand. My A1C is all of a sudden high. I don't need sugar. That's your liver. Detoxification. So the liver neutralizes toxins, ensured they're flushed out, and some other things. So when the liver's struggling, your thyroid's going to struggle, and that's going to affect your brain, not just short term, but long term for things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia. So what do we do? Supplements. Number one, iodine. Acceleradine iodine is the way to go. Iodine deficiency, like I mentioned, is your number one issue here, right? So iodine supports the production of thyroid hormones, detoxes those harmful toxins, the fluoride, bromide, and chlorine, heavy metals, cleanses the blood to help the liver convert that inactive thyroid hormone into the active one. And it also helps your cells produce more energy, improving your mood, cognition, physical stamina. But it's not just the cognition today, it's the cognition for the rest of the life that you're living, right? So it's short term, medium term, and long term. It's also going to help with your immune system. It devitalizes foreign pathogens, antiviral, antibacterial, all of that. Iodine is known to do that. Acceleradine iodine is the only iodine that is monoatomic. What does that mean? That means it is one molecule of iodine that is seeking a place to sit in your body to fit those receptor sites, right? You've got receptor sites on the cells. You need that acceleradine iodine form, which is I-, to fit into them. With other iodine supplements, they are diatomic. They need to be broken apart to be used, and the absorption is about 10 to 20%. You need that iodine for that cell membrane, which has an iodolipid value, iodine fat value. You need the iodine inside the cell to increase that ATP, that true cellular energy in the mitochondria, in your body and your brain. Your brain needs ATP to function. Then you've got the accelerated thyroid. This complements the acceleradine. It combines grass-fed thyroid glandular, Ayurvedic herbs like Kanchanara, which has been known to detoxify the thyroid, and then essential amino acids and nutrients that our thyroids need to restore thyroid health. It then is enhanced with scalar frequencies to detox the heavy metals and radiation while balancing your thyroid naturally. Next, the accelerated fast. Why? You don't have to be fasting. You don't have to be on a low carb diet. But what it does, it's supporting the fat burning in the body. And when your brain gets ketones, it's that clean burning fuel that reduces inflammation. And they've done so many studies on the ketogenic diet and brain health, people with Alzheimer's and dementia. Now, like I said, The accelerated fast is kind of your shortcut to getting ketones. It supports a little bit of intermittent fasting, and then you follow it with a high wild animal protein diet, no processed foods, and the right vegetables. We'll get into that in a minute. And that is going to support your brain health. But then you've got the accelerated cognoblast. This is one of the very first supplements to merge that traditional herbs like the Ayurvedic herbals and the traditional Chinese herbals with cutting edge nutraceuticals to enhance that brain function short term and long term. Helps with cognition and focus, mood, memory, increases energy and motivation, helps reduce that stress and anxiety, supports the liver, and then long term, the ingredients have been shown to help with Alzheimer's and dementia. You better believe that I am taking this daily. I have both Alzheimer's genes in my family, right? So I have to be super careful. Now, this is the one I'm super excited about, brand new to our company, Accelerated Liver Care. The liver supplements out there just were not cutting it. And this addresses liver health, which is so essential when preventing thyroid conditions and cognitive health. The liver is where most of that inactive T4 converts into active T3, which is typically low in Parkinson's patients. Accelerated Liver Care is not just your average supplement, but we have combined those Ayurvedic herbs with traditional Chinese medicine, modern nutraceuticals, and it's an all-in-one. And oh my gosh, am I seeing the results? I'm feeling my energy increase. I'm feeling my bowel movements are so much better. And I feel like my body's just cleansing. And when you combine it with the ones we've already talked about, you feel like you're on top of this world. So it helps increase that thyroid hormone conversion, detoxifies and purifies that liver, clears out that damp heat or toxic heat from the liver and gallbladder. That heat is what makes you angry and frustrated. Those emotions are stored in your liver. So that also ensures that energy or chi flows smoothly, leaving you feel more balanced, and you better believe you'll be able to handle your stress a little better, right? It breaks down and prevents stones from forming. It also helps that gallbladder pain relief. You might have a referred pain into the right shoulder. That's your gallbladder screaming at you, saying, give me attention. It boosts those detox pathways. It helps improve the overall liver function. It balances blood sugar and cholesterol. Have you seen your cholesterol go up in the last 5 years? A lot of people have, not changing anything. And that's happening because of the spike protein and the toxins we've talked about. It also protects against infections, and it helps with that emotional balance. So those are the supplements that you can use to help with your thyroid health, your liver health, but your cognitive health, both short-term and long-term, to help prevent things like Parkinson's. You've got to get your full blood panel done on the thyroid. And like I said, even the functional doctors are not giving you a full panel. So what do you need to do outside of supplements? Get moving, walk, exercise, sleep. Those are no-brainers. Those are free. Your diet needs to be as much as you can organic. The glyphosate, pesticides, GMOs, all of those put strain on your liver, your brain, your gut. All of it cause insulin resistance. And guess what Alzheimer's is? It's type 3 diabetes, right? So all of these insulin resistance diseases, fatty liver, PCOS, heart disease, and Alzheimer's, all go back to insulin resistance. You want to stick to whole foods. Get rid of the processed foods. They are filled with a time bomb. You've got to get rid of them. They're filled with the artificial ingredients, the inflammatory oils. Inflammatory, so guess where it's inflaming? Your brain, so your brain can't do what it wants to do, and it's worsening insulin resistance. You can use fish like salmon, mackerel, fattier fish. Those help support your brain as well. Citrus fruits are great for the liver. Make sure you're focusing on that wild animal protein. It is the most nutrient-dense food on the planet. It's got all the vitamins and minerals that you think you're getting in your vegetables that are not in our soils anymore. And when you fill in with the fruits and the vegetables, do the ones that don't have the oxalates, the sulfur, and the mold. Those toxins can slow down your liver's detox processes and also your thyroid. Oxalates love the thyroid, love to slow them down. So do the sulfur vegetables. Now, you can go to the Accelerated Food Guide on the website. It's free. It lists out all of these vegetables, all of the foods that you want to focus on, tons of good foods, and the foods you want to stay away from. Okay, so there you go. The foods, the supplements, your thyroid's everything. It's controlling your brain. It's controlling your liver, or I should say your liver is part of your thyroid, but that thyroid is the master endocrine gland. It's affecting your sex hormones, your adrenals, your stress regulation, everything. Thanks for listening. Our discussion does not have to stop here. If you're feeling lost in the supplement world, I'm here to help. I know it can be confusing. So get your free supplement protocol. Just head to SaraBantaHealth.com, complete the form, and I will personally put together a protocol for you. Follow me on social media at Accelerated Health Products. Join the free group coaching on Telegram. There's no downside. I answer your questions, post insights, and keep you moving forward each day. The link is on the website, SaraBantaHealth.com. And listen anywhere. This podcast, Accelerated Health with Sara Banta, is on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, and over 100 platforms. And you can use coupon podcast10 to get 10% off site-wide to try any of the things we talked about today.